The Quick Mill Rubino. Is it the best HX machine under 2.5 grand? I reckon it's full of features and it's pretty hard to beat. So we've got one of the Quick Mill Rubinos here on the bench, set up, ready to go. But I want to take you through the experience when you get it at home. It's really cool. Let's go check it out. The Quick Mill comes from Italy, and it tells us on the box. But I really want to take you through the experience of this machine. You just don't see this at this price point. All right, cameraman, come here. So we've got a beautifully presented machine with an expectation of quality just from the start. Everything about this is already feeling like a premium experience. This beautiful red bag, how it's packaged. They've really taken the care to look after it. A really nice, big, solid, heavy drip tray. Nicely finished laser cut insert there for your cups to rest on. So it just feels beautiful all the way at the moment. Little drawstring on the back here to undo. And there we are. It's just a beautiful experience to get something that's just wrapped nice, presented well. It just has everything, that you expect when you're kind of spending a good amount of money on a machine. But let's go into a few more of the things as to why we are so impressed with this machine. So once you've unpacked it and you've set it up on the bench, you will find in that little box a beautiful timber quick mill tamper. There's no other machine that's giving you a timber handled tamper at this price point. Let's look at the numbers on this machine. Firstly, we've got a 1.8 litre boiler. It is a HX, so it's a heat exchanger. But because it does have a 1.8 litre boiler, it allows you to use the steamer, get hot water, and extract coffee all at the same time. Most units at this price point are either under a litre or 1.2 litres for a boiler. So we're just way over on the capacity. We've got a much heavier upgraded steam tap and hot water tap, which allows us to be serviceable. So they're not a replacement tap, which you do find usually in the lower price points. It's been finished nicely with these really nice turning knobs, which are obviously a copy from other manufacturers, but it does really give it a beautiful feel. We've got a much larger steam wand as well, commercial size, and again, really nice large rubbers. So for people that aren't confident behind a machine, they don't have like a smaller space where you can grab them. They've got plenty of room, which is really nice. It's equipped fully with the standard E61 group head. You do see this mechanism on a lot of different machines, ranging from the 2 grand up to even $5,000 model. And then you've got your standard E61 handles as well. It does come with a range of baskets. You can't fit a 28 gram straight wall basket in this because it does have a slight taper on it. But I wouldn't expect anything more at this price point. It is a vibration pump. Now that's very common at this price point, but what Quick Mill have done have added a pulsar to it. Because vibration pumps can fluctuate in their pressure, this pulsar really does steady that pressure, giving you a much better extraction. It's a pretty cool little thing, and they do say it is a bit quieter. Got a beautiful little cup rail, nice laser etched rail here, that's really nicely finished. The rest of the machine, it just does feel really nice. The actual machine itself, it feels nicely built, and it is amazingly small. It is one of the smallest in height and width machines that we've seen on the market so far. Considering it does have the big boiler and a 3 litre water tank, I don't know how they're squeezing it all in there, but it's just showing a whole lot of value and space saving at this price point. So just to demonstrate the sound, it is pretty quiet. 3-piece with your activation of the pump, a bit of a brew chamber if you need to, pressure as well into your coffee, and obviously down is your exhaust. The steam on this is phenomenal. I don't think I've seen a machine at this price point that just has this much steam, and it's because of the larger boiler. That 1.8 litre boiler just has so much headroom to create huge steam. It's not super dry, but there's just a lot of it. So it's gonna really help you get the bigger jugs spinning and make a really good quality milk. And your hot water tap is the same. Nice, good flow, good pressure, and obviously there's plenty of it because of the big boiler. The one thing to note about this machine is how they've designed the front. And you do see this in quite a few different machines. The alignment of the front of the head when compared to the drip tray. Now, if this is not set back enough, you have to turn your spouts around the other way. I don't really like that, but I understand why they do it. Because when you go to put this on a bench to tamp, there's nothing for it to grip on. It's very hard. You end up having to use a mat and put the spouts on the actual bench to tamp. Or you've got to get one of the good old group handle holders for when you're tamping into it. Like that. So expect it at this price point. It doesn't come with one of these in the box, just to be clear, so you might want to pick one of those up. The other things I'm not really too keen on about the machine is the location of the steam arm and the hot water tap. Now, it's a simple thing to fix. Any of the new models that we've got and we're sending out, we're fixing this, and we have spoken to the manufacturers who are going to make this change in the future. The issue it's causing is you can see this tap is pointing straight down and the hot water is straight over that lever. So it makes the whole machine feel very tight and very hard to work with. But by simply angling these out, not quite 45, just a third out on an angle, it will just clear that space and allow it a bit easier for you to get your hand in there to activate your brew lever. So very easy fix, just undoing the screw and repositioning it. But that will just make this machine that little bit nicer. And a couple of areas where they might have saved some money, they've really made up for it with the boiler. So we do have just a steam pressure gauge there, which is obviously sitting around the 1.2 to 1.3 bar normally. We don't have a pump gauge here. We've just got a couple of indicator lights saying whether the element's going on or off. And you do see that tick in when it's getting up to temperature. It's quite stable. You can go back and watch over this video how often that is turning on and off. And that's an indicator of what the power saving is of a machine. So with its Italian heritage, it is just really ringing true to what we expect. It's built well, it's serviceable, it's got great clean lines. All round, I can't really fault this machine. If you want to know more about the specifications of the machine, we'll leave you a link in the description below. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you like it. Hey, if you've got a question, shoot us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I hope to catch you next time.